talking about how to do a proper baseball swing. Let me start off by saying that no, I was never the best baseball player or like this getting scholarships and stuff. But if there's one thing I was told I was good at, it is hitting. I wasn't very good in the field or pitching, but one thing I've always been good at is keeping contact on the ball. And that's the most important part in baseball. You're never gonna just be like a home run hitter. You want to be the ideal player. You just want to keep on making contact, and yes, it'll eventually go over. So I think the first thing in getting you need the proper bat. So you could go to your local sporting goods store and find the proper bat there. There's a lot of brands. Like this is an example. This is an East Bay. There's DeMarini. There's Topps. There's all sorts of different kinds of bats. But you probably want to get an aluminum because you probably, if you're watching this video, you'll probably just be getting and you probably won't use old ones. Leave those to the pros. You just want to start off by using aluminum. It really depends also what type of league you are in, because there's some restrictions regardless of league. There's a thing called BB core, which makes it a lot more pop on the bat, but it really depends on the league. You should probably find that out before you get a bat. And you also want to get gloves, because if you don't, your hands will get all rusty and get calluses and blisters, and it just makes it a lot easier too. But once you get the bat, you could also like tape it up too if you want to your preference. Just make it basically kind of like your pet. It's your bat. Like you kind of own the bat. You want to treat it kind of with respect. Yeah, it's going to get marked up, but it's your bat. Remember that. So once you get it, you're going to start by putting your hands lower on the bat. Some people will do this if they have a heavy bat, which that's perfectly fine. But if you have a bat that fits you, you want to put your hands lower like this. So when so for the stance properly, you want to cock back. I say elbows up. That's how I think I was taught, and that I think is the best way for beginners. You'll see people like in the MLB like doing this and all crazy stuff like that, like crouch down, but they're very experienced and they could do that because they've had a lot of prep. I'm not there yet. I'm still learning. So I just do the basic. I put it back like this and I cock it and kind of move it around. You should probably move it around. You're gonna intimidate the pitcher like that. So you want to move it around, give him a stern face, whatever. Always keep your eyes on the pitcher. Don't be like looking away like that. You want to keep your eyes on the pitcher. Do some checks like this, and then that'll help. And then you cock it back, and when you see it, you're gonna rotate. You want to have your back foot kind of like this. So kind of like you pop it up like that. Kind of rotate your foot almost like a pivot, and you're gonna stride with your front foot. And you want to put your hips into it. That's one of the big things. Like you'll see, like yes, you'll have Barry Bonds with a big dude, Mark McGwire. But there's also like the example is the American League MVP Jose Altuve. He's like 5'5", and he's hitting like 25 home runs. So it really doesn't matter what size is. You'll see the big guys or the small guys. They're all good at baseball. Baseball could be for anyone. So ignore those. So you don't have to be lifting 24/7 to be good at baseball. You just gotta be just ready with the fundamentals. So again, you gotta cock back like this. You always keep focused, and then you swing. You're gonna swing. I was stopped it there, but you're gonna like full like that, and you gotta pay attention to your follow through. It's kind of like the same thing as golf. Follow through is very important. Obviously, it's not the same kind of swing, but you want to pay attention to your follow through, because if you just do this, that number one, you can get hurt that way, and it's gonna feel awkward. Also, it really depends on the leg movement and the hips and the lower body. The lower body is the most important part, rotating your hips. It's because, again, if you just do this, you're going to hit the ground on the pitch every time, and you're not going to be very good at baseball. So you always have to keep in mind that the lower body is the most important part. And then you're going to get in the batter's box, which you're going to line up to plate however you want to do that. I usually just did like that just to make it easier. But so you're going to do check swings. And when you see the ball, this is a thing that it's really hard to teach. It just takes years of experience to be good to see the ball. So you're gonna when you see the ball, then you're gonna strike, and that's basically it. You gotta just remember to keep focus on the ball. In baseball, it's not the easiest thing to learn, but this is just a helping video if you want to get started out. There's a lot of things, and it's gonna take a lot of experience. But I hope you play baseball. And I just wanted to tell you how to swim.